Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's Jeff here once again with the Freedom Nation podcast. And on today's show, I've got Luke Vanderbeer. He is absolutely a Freedom Day story. So you're going to love his journey. It's very similar to mine. So it actually is going to be a lot of fun to basically interview myself on the show. So stay tuned. We'll be right back on in just a second.
Everything you're looking for, it's all in you. You gotta believe that it's all in you. Everything you're searching for, it's all in.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Luke, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Jeff. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am looking forward to this interview because
Yes.
you and I have traveled a very similar path.
Stories. Yeah, sure do.
Well, let's kick it off. Why don't you share your story with us? Tell us how you got to where you're at today.
Yeah, I followed the typical society path. We go to school. This is what I was taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to school, get a good job.
Yep.
Work and try to save for retirement someday.
Yes, I call that the hope and pray method.
That's right. Hope and pray. I was doing that. I was all on board with this because that's what everybody was supposed to do. That's what I was taught, right? So go to school, get the job. I'm working at the job. Not very long into it, realize this is not for me. I'm feeling very trapped and not just not wanting to be there. Miserable in the morning going to work, waiting for that time to just say 5 o'clock so I can get out of it, really 4:55 so I could book it out that back stairwell. And not wanting to
live for the weekends.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So I was very quickly trying to find a way out of that and tried a bunch of side hustles, trying to escape. Eventually found my way out. It just took a while and a lot of failure.
How many years of side hustles to get to the final one?
It was about 3.5.
Nice.
Screwing up and trying different things to finally find something that works.
Yeah.
And allowed me to get out.
What was that? What helped you make that transition then?
Well, the thing that finally did it was websites. So a lot of people are familiar with, they might have heard of it, SEO, search engine optimization. Basically taking websites, getting them to the top of Google so people call it, make more money for businesses. I just kind of figured out how to use that and basically turn websites into digital real estate for me.
Sure.
So instead of doing it for a business, I would build a site and I would generate leads for whatever the niche was and then rent it to a business.
Nice.
And it made a huge difference because it was like a online rental property almost.
Yeah. Which I think honestly, I think there is a whole world of that out there. It's an area that I am very interested in, of acquiring that real estate and improving it and then moving on, kind of flipping that real estate. I just think there's a whole opportunity there if you understand what you're doing. And I think it's very similar to rental real estate.
It is. Yeah. It's just the digital version.
Yeah.
Just websites like a property if you treat it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So when you would do that, did you then still maintain control of that site and you just rented kind of the lead flow?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay. I used to have an agency. That's one of the things I tried to do to escape my job.
Sure.
And I felt very trapped there too. It was the same idea as the job. Clients telling me what they need all the time. I'm always like putting out fires. It wasn't fun. But if you own the website, you control it, and all I'm doing is sending leads to somebody, it removes a lot of the problems.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, is that something you continue to do today, or have you moved on to other things? Okay.
Yeah, no, I've been doing that for 9 or 10 years now.
That's super cool.
It's just, it was something that I just kind of fell into, and it's worked really well for me. And it's given me the time and the money to just do what I want and travel and some of the other stuff I wanted to do that a job.
Yeah. Cause I mean, you don't have to you get to do the fun part is get the leads into the back end side and not have to do all the work side on the back end side of it.
Yeah, I don't have to do all the other stuff. I get it coming in, I set it up, and then I just leave it alone and move on to the next project. So it allows me a lot of time.
Yeah. Now, to continue that process, I mean, are you continuing to create content on those that continues to drive business, or is it just really SEO techniques?
No, it's mainly just SEO. I
Yeah.
purposely pick niches that meet certain criteria to try to make it easier on myself. So, like the niche, for example, there's things that are more uncommon. Like if I pick something like, say, lawyers,
Okay.
super competitive. That's going to be a
Yep.
lot of work. I'm going to have to do continuous stuff to keep that alive. But if I
Mhm.
pick something like shed builder in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere, I'm competing against like mom and pop shops that don't know
Yep.
what they're doing. So it puts me at a massive advantage just having some knowledge on the stuff
Mhm.
that I don't really have to do much once the site is at the top.
Yeah.
So like
That's awesome.
that's just one of the things, but like the size of the market affects it.
Okay.
When leads are actually coming in, like who you want to rent it to, right? If people are um, paying for advertising now, I know that they have the mindset of wanting to grow and that they're willing to invest in themselves. So
Correct.
that's an easy person for me to talk to say, hey, I have a great way to do this. If you want to just pay me some of the money, and I'll give you all these customers.
Yeah.
So
Now,
lots
are
of little
you
things like that
paying?
affect.
This is intriguing because it's kind of it's pay for play versus the traditional advertising model where, hey, pay me and I'll drive business to you. You're
Yeah,
basically driving. You've already gotten that part of it, and you're just driving people in. So, what are they paying you, like a per lead fee, or are they paying you a percentage of whatever it is? Or,
most of them are just a flat fee.
okay.
Excuse me, monthly rental, just because I found that's the most passive.
Okay.
But some of the niches I picked are a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
So those ones I did commission deals or revenue share, like an ongoing thing, just to get more out of it for me. And it obviously that takes a little bit more tracking and a little bit more
Yep.
communication. Um, so I kind of save that for just the bigger deals. But the most things, like 95% of it,
It's
is
just flat
just
fee.
flat
Yeah.
fee,
I
$500 a
love,
month, $1,000 a month, whatever it is,
I love it.
and then I just don't have to touch it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't even have to touch the website or anything like that. It's
No, they
fantastic.
just get calls. They just get
Yeah.
requests by email and calls in on the phone, and then that's it. As long as they're happy, they keep paying.
That is fantastic. I love it. So what's kind of the future for you? I mean, what do you see? What do you see the future of that model? I mean, do you think you continue that, or is it something you would, you know, get bigger?
I'm,
Yeah.
I mean, just per the model works great, and
Yeah.
I think lead generation will always be around because there will always be people that need work. It's the
Yeah.
lifeblood of any business. So I continue to build things.
Okay.
I'm a little bit more selective with the projects I choose now, just because
Okay.
I've been doing it for so long and I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to spend time on something, I want to make sure it's going to have a big impact. So
Mhm.
I've been a little bit more selective there.
Yep.
And then one of the things more recently that's been kind of cool that I've been applying this skill set is business acquisition.
Okay.
I know this is a thing that's very popular now. Everybody's talking about, hey, go buy a business with seller
Mhm.
finance, whatever. Um, my CPA gave it to me as a way of getting rid of taxes, and I was like,
Okay.
this is awesome. I could buy a business. I could use the heavy assets to offset other income.
Mhm.
And as long as I keep doing that every year, I pay almost nothing in taxes, and the revenue or the cash flow keeps going up every year. I
That's
was like, this
awesome.
is great. And then you use the SEO skill set to grow that business too.
Got it. Is the goal with some of those businesses then to flip them, or is it, hey, they're ones that fit into your skill set, or
Yeah, I mean, for now, it's just buy and hold. I
okay.
really like blue collar, so I'm just continuously buying or trying to buy more things that fit just the simple lead gen that I've been doing. So like
Okay.
right now I'm trying to buy a paving company, fits perfectly because once I have that, I've done paving as a niche, so I can
Okay.
grow that very easily. I just got to find somebody that doesn't have that type of um, marketing in place already.
Okay. Which in
Which will
those
be
in those businesses, that's not a problem.
there's lots of choices. Yeah.
Now, in that model, I mean, are you buying into the business and having somebody else running it, or are you kind of overseeing that? Because I would think that would be horrid. But
Just overseeing. I don't want
okay.
to be involved in day to day. Like my
Yeah.
first one was 2023. I bought an ice cream catering company, 3
Okay.
states, 51 trucks. I put my brother in charge of that, but I'm running out of family members, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
you
to
get
get
it.
an operator friend or hire somebody for the next one.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, I love this. I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, I think it's a fantastic model. I mean, it's always been one of those things in the back of my head. Now you're making me go, this is interesting. It's a different world
I was
It's
just
flipping
combining different
advertising.
models that seem to
Yeah.
make sense and
Well, I
trying
mean,
to keep.
it was funny. It's along the lines, basically, of a strategy that I learned from Chris Crone, who I interviewed a few weeks ago.
Mm,
And Chris, basically, that was his. It was his way of saying for his, because he's in the real estate industry. He's
right.
like, if you don't have any money to get started, the easiest way to do it is just throw up a lead gen site and then spit off leads to different businesses. But I hadn't ever thought of it from the rental side of it before, because I think it's a much better model in the long run.
It is funny. I've never spoken to Chris, but I know who he is,
Yep.
and I've done this before. Like I put up a site and I turned it into a. I
Yep.
could have created a company out of it just from a website.
Oh, I
5
know.
pages.
Well, that was yeah. Because I did it for mine. I mean, I still have the website. I took it down, but the website's still there. It worked great. I
Yeah,
was just driving Facebook traffic into a basically a web page that generated leads for like bath remodelers and kitchen remodelers
nice. Yeah,
and deck people. And I mean, it was just constant boom, 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 boom. I mean, just constant ones coming in.
it just
So
depends if you want to own a renovation company.
yeah, I know. Well, I was like, I just don't want to do that at all. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I get it.
I could see where it would work very successfully in those cases. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's funny.
100%.
That is absolutely funny. Brilliant idea, man. It's got SEO has definitely gotten trickier. I mean, how do you kind of stay ahead of the craziness of the algorithms?
I try to just keep an eye out on the major blogs and things to see what's
Yeah.
happening. Like some of the bigger companies like Moz, for example.
Yep.
I'm always watching what Google's saying when they announce things, but I also know that when they announce things, they tell you what you want to hear and not necessarily what's actually happening.
Yeah.
So it's always reading everything and then trying to read between the lines and see what is actually going on.
Makes sense.
But I think the easiest thing is just pay attention to what's happening with my sites because I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then with a community of people that I mentor and things too, just seeing all of their stuff, it just gives me a lot of data
Yep.
to be able to see what's happening, which is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
At a local level, there's not a crazy amount of impact with like AI and some of these things now.
Mm-hmm.
There will be more soon,
Sure.
but it's having much more of an impact on things that aren't localized,
Okay.
like higher level things, national, statewide, whatever.
Yeah.
But local, it's still, you search plumber near me and you still get just a list of 10 plumbers and pick one.
Yeah.
Occasionally you'll get the AI thing that says, here's the plumber we recommend. But the funny thing is that the plumber they recommend is usually the one who's the top of the maps and the top of the search anyways.
Wow.
So
You guys are geniuses on this.
So far, everything's working out great.
Yeah. Yeah. What, along the lines of AI, what do you see kind of as the future, at least in your business, maybe on the AI side?
Well, I mean, we're using it a lot more for content.
Okay.
Previously, I was completely against this because I see the difference with testing. Like about a year and a half ago, I did some where I had sites that were just written by my team, just people, didn't have any kind of tools or anything. And then we put up sites that were actually ranked at the top. I took a few, I tried to do like as best of a test as I could. Same niche, different cities, similar size, similar as close as I could get with different things. One had all human content. One, we swapped out all the human content for AI. Spots went down by 5-6 spots across the board on most keywords within a couple weeks. So I was like, that's not good. So I wasn't touching it. But then more recently, I've tested this again. And if you combine some of the different tools, like say Manus, ChatGPT, Claude, you're just using, like do something with one, throw it in the next, add more, do something in the next, throw more, and then humanize it a little bit.
Sure.
It's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit more creativity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's, I've told the story multiple times. I mean, I've used this for writing both nonfiction and fiction books. I actually trained AI basically to write me, to basically write my style. So you cannot, I tell people, yes, I'd be hard picked for you to have to decide between the two, because I can't even tell sometimes if I've used AI to create something versus me just writing it. If it's been long enough, I can't tell the difference, honestly. I mean, when I fire something off out of there now because it's trained to do it, I pull it off and I'm like, there's nothing I can fix. I mean, I can't make it any better. It's as good as I am, however much that counts for it. But yeah, it's interesting. Just I think the biggest thing is, even if it's writing for you, make sure that those little lines instead of commas are not there, because that's just like
the
it's
dash.
like the
You have to tell it not to do that. I hate that.
oh, and it still does it. You're just like, stop doing that.
You're like, write in full sentences, please.
Yes, please do not. Yeah, do not put little dashes and all that. It just doesn't understand the little dash thing. So my Grammarly picks it up and cleans it up after that. But cool.
That's basically what it is. I'm trying to just avoid complicated things and try to keep it simpler niches, smaller areas, less competition, give myself a better chance.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, and quite frankly, you're helping out small businesses that wouldn't be able to do this on their own. And there's a lot of people, quite frankly, in the industries, in the advertising industry, that just take people's money and they don't really do anything.
Yeah, that's what we're up against. So I try to give free value in advance, or pass customers off in advance. Be like, here's the proof. I'll refer a bunch of people to you for free.
Yeah, here's what we do. Here's how we do it, and all they have to do is focus on their zone of genius, and you focus on your zone of genius to get the leads into them at that point.
Yeah, so, that's a good way to put it.
I love it. Love it. What do you see? What's new in your world? Anything that you want to share?
I was on a podcast recently in Vegas, and the owner was talking about revenue share deals, and I hadn't thought about that before. So I brought that back, and I recently started doing that with some businesses, and I really like it because you don't have to take on as many deals.
Okay.
The deals are worth more, and because it's worth more to me, I can invest more time into it.
Sure.
And then they get a much bigger return. So it's something I really like, and if people are open to that, that's something I've been doing more of. So
I honestly think that's the model for the future with a lot of businesses. I actually launched a tax and bookkeeping business, and I was kind of building an offer around that. And I mean, I'll launch this very soon, but I was building an offer around that of saying, okay, you work with us, we will guarantee 20% increase in profits over a specific period of time, or we stop billing you until we get you to that point. And then for every 10% after that of improvement, we take 10% of that 10% improvement.
Love it.
You can't lose. I make a certain amount, plus I keep increasing. So it behooves me to work extra hard in those cases. So we're gonna pilot that very soon and see if that makes sense. And if I'm controlling the marketing side and the financial side, I pretty much am sure I can get you to 20% within a 6 month period. Yeah,
strong incentive to help. That's good.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
same idea.
So let's switch gears here a little bit and let's talk about the Fast 5 questions.
Oh, okay.
All right. First question: you wake up in the morning. Business is gone. You have $500 in your pocket, laptop, computer, place to stay, food and clothing. What are you going to do first?
Business is gone, but I still have all the knowledge. I'm going to pick a niche that's local to me.
Okay.
I'm specifically going to go local so that I can meet with a business owner. Mm-hmm. I'm going to find a niche that has a high average customer value, high ticket price. Okay. So men's haircuts, not a good example. Mm-hmm. Something like concrete, plumbing, something bigger where it's more expensive, things that are needed, some kind of emergency service maybe, or on demand. And I'm going to call some business owners in the area that are paying for Google Ads and see if they'd be willing to buy leads from me if I can get them a better deal. Because I know that organic leads will close at a higher rate than paid leads from ads, because it's looked at as more of a nuisance.
Sure.
Then I'm going to put up a Google My Business listing and start pushing that so it starts getting calls. I'm going to take those and immediately send that to the business owner and negotiate a flat fee. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do a pay-per-lead deal.
Okay.
Pay-per-lead deal to make more money. $50 to $100 a lead. And with 30, 40 leads, I'm solving my rent problem at least.
Well, you have a place to stay, so you're good.
Okay, so I'm still good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I can start hiring a VA and some things to scale this up a bit.
Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. Well, and it's the ultimate business is you don't really have a whole lot of cost.
Right.
I mean, there's so many free, you can do a WordPress site basically for free at
Right.
that point. And,
I just
um,
have to make some phone calls and be uncomfortable a little bit, and that's okay.
mhm. Uncomfortable is good. That
Yeah.
keeps the edge. What's the biggest business mistake you've ever made?
Uh, there's so many I don't even know. Not not thinking about focusing only on the money,
Okay.
trying to pick side hustles. I know that you've done a lot of side hustles before
Yes, sir.
you ended up
Yep.
where you are. I did the same thing, and for me, it was I was focused solely on how much something could make,
Yeah.
and not whether this is the right fit for me and what I
Mhm.
want. And that just sent me down a million different paths, trying all these different things. I would have shortcutted 3.5 years or so had I just thought, what model can help me create this lifestyle that I have?
Mhm. Yeah,
I
I
think
like
that's the
that.
easiest time. I would have saved a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it makes a hell of a lot of sense too, because I did the same thing. It was like so many times it was, okay, this one's not really doing well. So what's over here? Here, let me try this because I can probably make some money at that and offset, what I'm not making over here. And just maybe it was get rid of all of them and focus on something that you enjoy because guess what? You're going to spend a lot of time doing it. So it better be fun doing it because otherwise
Yeah,
it's a pretty miserable existence to have. So sounds like you've done that. I definitely have.
at
Um,
least be able to put up with it, I would think.
yes, you can live with it at least. So
Yeah.
what's a good book that you'd recommend for our audience?
Um, any of the .com secrets books. Honestly,
Yeah.
you should get all three.
Yep.
Russell's the man. I got a chance to meet him. I've been to a bunch of his events, part of his mastermind.
Mhm.
He's his 3 books on everything. It helps with the sales, personal growth. The impact is massive.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it is a complete marketing course in 3 books.
Yeah,
It was where I learned digital marketing from. And I mean, I come
yeah,
from a marketing background years and years and years ago. So, I mean, I resonated with what he came up with, but I mean, nobody has put that story together better. I don't care who they are. Nobody's done it better. And love or hate Russell, which it's hard to hate him because he's just a nice guy. He's just, I've never met him in person, but you can't fake genuine. And I'm guessing he's pretty genuine at that point.
he's
So
as genuine as it comes.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, that makes me happy too. What's a tool that you use in your business every day that you might recommend?
Oh, WhatsApp. I just have everybody on WhatsApp. I have a lot of
Okay.
freelancers from all over the place, multiple countries. Easiest way to just message everybody and keep it all in one spot with our group chats for different things we need to accomplish.
Yeah. Well, and I
That's it.
mean, it's just, yeah, especially if you've got overseas VAs and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it is just absolutely fantastic where, I mean, we can even jump on a call and it doesn't cost us anything. That's the beauty of WhatsApp. I just love it and
Awesome.
transfer files back and forth really easily.
Yeah.
And I don't know on the security side of it, but at least, yeah.
Might not be the most secure, but
Yep.
I appreciate the convenience for
But
sure.
yeah, 90% of 99% of what I do is not, I mean, it's not a risk that I would be transferring anyhow. So,
Right, right.
last question. What is your definition of freedom?
Being able to do whatever you want, whenever you feel like it,
Mhm.
with whoever.
Yeah.
For me, it was just family and friends when I want, without asking permission, and
Yeah.
I have that now, so it's good.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Well, if somebody's interested in learning a little bit about you, where's the best place to connect with you?
Probably website rentalcoaching.com.
Okay.
That just kind of walks through what I do. You could also find me on Facebook,
Okay.
assuming you spell my name right.
Yeah.
There's 2 in Australia, 1 in the Netherlands, and then me in the
And
US.
then you, yeah. So website rentalcoaching.com.
Yep.
I love it. Well, Luke, thank you so much for being on today. Absolutely fantastic. I love your business model. Sometimes you just got to try a bunch of things till you find the one that really is going to work. And it sounds like it works exceptionally well. So congratulations on that. And thanks for being on the show today. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jeff. I hope somebody gets something from it.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like I said, I think it's a cool model. So it's an interesting model that somebody, doesn't take a huge amount of skill. If you can learn the basics of SEO and everything, you can build from there or learn from you, I'm assuming. So,
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Happy to help.
Well, thanks a lot, folks. As always, make sure that you subscribe to the show, whether you're listening, whether you're watching, and we will see you guys back here the very next time.
All in you, everything you